Chainsaw Man, right? Have you read any of the one shots from Tatsuki Fujimoto?
I have. Not the most recent one, but I did read the one with, well, I can't say because it's spoilers, but
Yeah,
yeah.
Don't Look Back. But Don't Look Back is amazing. It's really good, and it's I'm not going to spoil it, but it's based off of based off of a real event that happened. They change how it happens in some ways, but it's based off of a real life experience of Fujimoto and a friend that they had that was involved in that situation. And because that story is so tied to Fujimoto's actual life, I would imagine that Goodbye Area is the same. Without spoiling it, it's about a guy whose mom is dying from some disease, I can't remember what, and she asked him to record every moment with her that he could, um, so he could watch back on them later and remember her. And the entire story is told from behind the camera, for the most part, and it's treated like a documentary. Um, and I would imagine it in a lot of ways might you know be related to something that Fujimoto has gone through personally. And it's just I haven't read Chainsaw Man in a minute, and because I just ran through it, I don't have a very clear memory of it. So I think I'm about to start rereading Chainsaw Man because seeing how good Fujimoto is as a writer, and then going like, man, I can't remember a lot of Chainsaw Man, but it's probably really good, and I just can't remember a lot of it. I remember liking it a lot, but there are a lot of little details and nuances that I just can't remember for the life of me. So I need to reread it and savor it.
Definitely, I would like recommend, because people have started coloring the scans, and it like takes the experience from like 1 to 3,000. So I would definitely recommend giving Chainsaw Man a reread. If I can find the colored scans, I will send them to you, because like it's one thing reading it in black and white. I find that the story of Chainsaw Man was a little hard to follow because there's just so much detail in the drawing and the paneling that like you get lost in the lines a little bit. But reading the colored scans, it's like, whoa, it's a whole different story almost. It's crazy.
It's been a while since I read it, so I didn't feel that way when I was reading it, but I feel that way about One Piece, and it's why I fell behind. Um, it's got to the point to where the author is very clearly Ichiro Oda is trying to get to the end. Not that he's not enjoying it or he's not putting in his best effort, but Oda essentially he's packing a lot of information into every panel, into every page, to a detriment of my enjoyment because it just it feels like too much, and I get overwhelmed, and it hurts my eyes to literally look at because he's drawing everything and such with so many lines, and there's so many words in every panel and in every speech bubble. I'm just like, bruh, chill out. And when I catch up, I might just catch up by watching the anime. But another struggle with that is that the anime, the pacing, is super slow because they're fully caught up and they haven't done filler in a long time. Like most anime don't even do filler anymore. Like filler just doesn't exist. They just be like, man, you're just gonna have to wait 2 years for this for this next season because we're not giving you a filler arc in between, which I'm not mad at by any means. So it's just they're caught up and they wait for a couple chapters and then they stretch out they stretch out those chapters as far as they can, and it's annoying. And that's why I haven't caught up on One Piece. But I never felt that way with Chainsaw Man, and I always felt like the action I could follow the action. One of my favorite fights in that, I guess spoiler alert, was when what's his name, Denki was fighting the bomb lady. I thought that was a really
Oh, the Bomb Devil arc was like one of my favorites too. It was
that
like
was really I'm about to reread that.
it's
Chainsaw
so
Man. I
good.
look you want to. I don't know. I don't like getting physical books, but I'm like, man, I might start again because those covers are amazing.
They are gorgeous. Like,
I look you wish that the anime, like whenever like in JoJo, whenever they start fighting, the colors change. I wish that Chainsaw Man anime was like that, even though it doesn't look like it will be. Like the colors change to like the color of the covers whenever they get into fights.
right. Like I feel like my biggest problem with the anime PV that we got, like the preview, is that it looks so drab. Like And I get that like Chainsaw Man is kind of like a drab, kind of depressing manga, but like the covers are so colorful. It's like you can't put a little bit of that you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, because the the author went out of their way to make the covers colorful. Like I feel like obviously that's to draw people's eye, it's the point of the cover, but I feel like a little bit of that should be incorporated into the show. I wouldn't be surprised if it was in the opening. I feel like the OP animation has to have that color from the covers of the manga. If it doesn't, I'm going to be upset.